So you guys want to know how you can edit your photos without using a tone curve? You think it can't be done? Well, you'd be wrong. And I'm going to prove it to you in this video. Cue the intro in 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, Dutchmeister here and welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can edit a great photo without using the tone curve in Adobe Lightroom. But before I do, if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all my weekly videos. So, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is just bump up the exposure to about minus 30. Bring it down, sorry, minus 30. Increase the contrast to plus 50, reduce the highlights to minus 100, plus 60 for the shadows, plus 20 for the whites, 0 for the blacks. For the texture, 0, clarity, plus 40, and plus 10 for the dehaze. Lovely. So moving on to the HSL tab, we're not going to touch the hue, so we'll just head straight to the saturation, where we'll take the red, we'll just increase that to plus 20, we're going to reduce the orange, yellow, green and aqua to minus 100, along with the blue, but we're going to bring that to minus 80, and the purple and magenta we're going to bring that down to minus 100 too. Okay, and for the luminance we're going to take the red and increase that to plus 20, and for the orange we'll increase that to plus 50, and just bring down the red. Yeah, we'll bring that back to 0. And for the blue luminance, we're going to increase that to plus 50. Lovely. So for the color grading, we'll just click on the shadow and punch in 220 for the hue and 10 for the saturation, and do the same for the highlights. And just make sure blending is set to 100, and that's our color grading done. Moving on to the detail, sharpening plus 40, and hold down Alt on the keyboard and just click and drag the mask in to about 50, 56. Pretty good, and we don't really need to do anything for the noise, but I'll just increase it to plus 10 anyway. And lastly, for our calibration, we're going to take the blue primary and increase the saturation to plus 100. Fantastic. Alright, so I just got to go to the graduated filter. So we'll create our first filter up here. Let's bring that down a bit. Lovely. And we're not going to do too much with these settings, so I'll just punch in these settings for you. Minus 0.91 for the exposure, and for the clarity I think we'll increase that to plus 20. Yeah, that looks good, and we'll create another one for the bottom. Bring that down a bit. Oh. Lovely. Okay, and for the exposure for that, we're going to punch in minus 0.92, and we'll do plus 20 for the clarity again. Lovely. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys a little trick I like to do with lighting. So if you want to fake a bit of light, get a little bit of that fade light ray coming in from the background, just go to your radial filter, and we're just going to click, create a circle around at this section here. And I use this technique a lot with a lot of my car photos recently. You can use it with any type of photo really, you know, like if it suits your purpose, but yeah, I just think it's a cool little trick. If you don't have much sunlight, you know, if it's a bit overcast like it was here, yeah, you can definitely achieve a fake sunlight look. So once you've created that, just go to the exposure, we'll just increase that to plus 0.88, minus 50 for the contrast, bring the highlights all the way down to minus 100, and we're going to bring down the clarity all the way to minus 100, and you can see it kind of not only blurs the background a little bit more, but also creates just a slight fade. Yeah, so you can duplicate that. You can either keep it on there, but we're just going to click and drag that over here, and the settings are pretty much the same, so we don't really have to alter this one as well. We'll just change the shape of it, and yeah, that's just a little subtle like effect you can add to create yeah, just to create that sunlight shining from the back, and just gives, yeah, that bit of a light fade, which I kind of like in photos. So lovely, and that looks pretty good. And there you have it, guys. That's how you can still edit a pretty cool photo without using the tone curve in Lightroom. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate it. And again, feel free to like, subscribe, and comment below with any thoughts or suggestions you may have regarding this video or anything else that's on your mind. I would love to answer your questions. And also, if you're looking for some cool Lightroom presets to try out, feel free to check out my new Retro Wave pack, which includes 5 custom presets that are completely free to download at dushmeister.com/presets. And on that note, hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!